Hey guys and gals, let's build what appears to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex or T-Rex by LEGO Creator. This is set number 31151, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review, so thank you kindly LEGO for sending this to me to evaluate, and that's what it is. And we also have two other alternative model. Not sure what that is. Looks like that's a pterodactyl. Alright. Now we're going to be focusing on the main build. So obviously you can tell that there is 3 printed building guides, and we also have 6 bags of bricks, and this time I made sure I counted everything correctly. Now if you're interested in seeing alternative builds, let me know, and we'll get to that point when we do. So if you're interested, I can probably whip up the build for that. And everything is packaged in paper bags, so that's good there. And let's set these off to the side. You know why? Because we're going to start with bag 1. So let's build it. Now, I'm not a big fan of brick-built animals or figures, but we'll give this one a whirl here. And let's see here. I don't know if there's going to be anything scratched or mangled in these or missing. I did a review and it was missing a part, not the end of the world, something very common, but the main thing was that the parts were just heavily scratched, so you obviously know what kind of score I gave that. And that's how it is with the blue hand from the void again. Okay, step 1. Just take a 4x10 and set it there. Now, I may do this all in one sitting, I don't know. I'm going to set these up here a bit. Yeah, I know my hands are in the way, but that's how it is. And got more offers, so what am I going to do? I don't know. And today is the 1st of May 2024. So yeah, one good way to spend May is by building sets, since it's already getting hot outside. Well, right now it's not, because it is like 3 in the morning. So I'm going to do something real quick before I have to start my work duties. Alrighty. How's everybody been doing? I'm hoping everybody's doing well. Let's start sorting things out by size and color, because I'm having a hard time trying to find something here. That's what I usually do. Okay, I'm starting to find pieces that I need. And I'm hoping to have all the reviews done probably by June, you know. And then we can start on the fun stuff again. So that's what we're building there. Now, these are just meant for my review reference notes. So, they're not really, this is not really meant to be a video tutorial, but if something you find is helpful, let me know. I've been kind of tailoring these more for like walkthroughs. Basically, this is a walkthrough. I wouldn't say this is a tutorial. I'm not really showing you how to build stuff. I'm just kind of doing that. And looks like this is probably the torso. We don't know. We'll find out eventually. All right. Looks like this has got the studs on both sides. Yeah, so you need the ones with the studs on both sides, but not the dark green plate. You need the baby poop green, or the olive green. I thought this color was really cool. For vintage builds, yes, but not for, you know, but of course this is a dinosaur. I'm not much into dinosaurs, but we'll give it a whirl here. And for anybody who's curious, yes, we just started, but it's keeping my interest so far. For how long, we don't know yet. Okay. Now, obviously the legs will probably be mirrored, and if they are, we'll deal with that when we get there. And these just sitting here like this. So if you have this set and you want to build along, you're more than welcome to do so. It's not like I can stop you. So we put those in there, and they just kind of sit in there. Wow, we put these in here, and then we just cover them up. Alrighty, I don't know. We're going to find out what's going on here eventually. Yeah, I believe that this is probably the torso of the build. So, once again, everybody's in bed. Fine by me. That means I can work without being interrupted or disturbed. Alright, put that over there. So I'm having a hard time finding pieces. As you notice, this is one way of doing it when you're starting to build. You don't have to pre-sort. Just start doing what I'm doing. Just do it like that. And once you start getting most of the parts sorted out, it gets to be real easy. Yeah, I watched this movie called The Nest. It was like some kind of horror thriller flick movie, and honestly it was kind of boring. I thought, and they could have chopped this down to an hour and 20 minutes, but no, they didn't. I thought, well, it was a movie night tonight, and I thought, well, I'm not watching that again. Thank goodness for YouTube having the movies on, you know, just for us to watch them. Let me turn that. Ooh, that's a little bright. I was reviewing another set. I found out 10 usually works the best for this. And I'll slowly put this stuff together here. What I'm getting, this set, you know, has 6 bags of bricks, so I'm assuming probably about 100 parts per bag, so probably about 600, 650 pieces. And we'll see how far we can get with this. Maybe I can get it all done in one shot. I even get it reviewed before I start my work duty, he said. That'd be really nice, because I got a lot of other things I want to do. Now these right here work good, these studs, this olive green, they work good for, why am I putting that on there like that? They work good for like mossy stones. So you can use them as mossy stones, put them in a creek bed, there you go. And they work very well for that. Haven't been working on the campground stuff. I've been too busy doing reviews. I have a tutorial that I want to do, and I need to get going on it. I just haven't built it yet, but I could visually see it in my mind. So it's kind of one of those ones I'm thinking might be a substitute. And I still got September and December. I'd like to get more of an appropriate videos for those. Yeah, earth green is a very hard color for me to get a hold of. So when I see like this really dark green, earth green, that's what Lego calls it, I try to get as much, because this works good for terrains, especially if you've got plants that you're putting on the ground, like foliage. If you see my campground builds, this makes good for shadows. So you can do that too. Alrighty. Here we go. Sounds like somebody was getting up and ready to leave for work. And today it is a stay-at-home day, but you know what that means though? I still have to get up and do meetings and stuff. That's always fun. Not. I'd rather use my imagination, but no, we can't do that right now. Alright, so these go in here, and there's one on the back side too, or on the other side of the torso, right here. And that's what we have remaining for bag 1, and yes, we have a brick separator. That's what we have. Alright, let's crack open bag 2. Okay. So far I'm seeing stuff that I've seen before. There is some Technic pieces, but I don't use Technic all that much. And what I've learned, though, a lot of people who mostly build cityscapes, they don't use Technic all that much. So, but I can tell you right now, there's some good pieces in here for terrain, the color alone. Especially 1x2 earth green flat tiles. These were missing in my tile collection for quite some time. We don't want to have any missing parts. Kind of rolled off. When I make that bench, I am going to put that little lip in the front, so parts won't do that. Okay. So, let's see here. Are we building duplicates or no? Let's take a look here. Okay, it's the remainder portion of the torso. So I'd say this is the lower torso, the other one's going to be the upper torso. And, okay, here we go. Making sure you can see what I'm doing too. Earth green piece is, ooh, wow. Oh, I thought that was a regular slope, but it's kind of like this. Be good for Asian style roofs. Not that color, but you know. But these pieces here, I could use these parts for terrain. Jay, that's for dinosaurs. Yeah, well, when I'm done, it will be definitely for terrain. Let's start sorting parts out here. If we can't find it, we will sort it. We do need that. I did get a request to do speed builds on these, and no. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time editing videos to do speed builds. You know, I mean, yes, of course, I could just speed the video up and put music in there, but you know, I remember there was somebody asked, they wanted to restream my tutorials and give me credit. And that was the biggest mistake I ever did. And these guys wanted to work with me then. I'm like, sure, I didn't mind. It was during the pandemic. And they were taking my videos, muting my audio, and just speed building. And you know how much of I was not really a happy camper, because now I have a clause that if you do, you have to ask for permission. Because they were paying me for something for it. And yeah, sure. But I was like, I mean, I thought they were just going to throw the videos up in there entirely, not that. I put a stop to that, and I will never do that again. And I thought, why would you want to mute what I'm talking for? I know my videos are slow, but they're not really going to do anybody any good if they're muted out. Boy, we got a lot of 1x2 earth green flat tiles. See how I'm sorting because I'm looking for more black clips. So I found one. So when you do stuff like this, just start sorting. It'll save you a headache. Okay, you know, it really will. And okay, I'm missing one more here. Yeah, but some of these movies I've been picking have been pretty boring, to say the least. So I was like, well, something that I can say I've watched and kind of wish I can unwatch it, because it was like, man, that was a waste of time. Boy, I have not. Oh, there it is. Say, well, we're almost sorted through the whole thing, and I haven't found anything yet. Okay. All right, step 28. So I'm hoping we're having mirrors in here. If they are, then we can breeze through this build. Well, I need a white one, but Oh, wait a minute, I wasn't paying attention. You actually got, whoops, well, this goes in here, like that. Forgot to set that in there. Pay attention to the call-outs. That's, it got me. All right. Yeah, I ordered those speakers from my car, and they were selling the speakers individually. Everybody else was selling them in pairs, and you know, I'm going to have to wait 7 to 10 business days for them to arrive. It's not a big deal, but I was like, oh, that's really not cool to make me wait. All right. But that's part of life. You got to wait for things. I don't have these quarter rounds in that color. All right, so I'm looking for good for that. Put those over there. All right. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, I'm a little quiet today. Just kind of tired. Don't want to work. But oh, got the ear again. Let's see here. Remember, the microphone's closer to me, so basically you're supposed to stick this in here like this. And I'm going to move over here and you can hear it. There you go. You should have heard that. And that really clicks too. And oh, wait a minute, you know, I forgot to put the friction pins in here. Yeah, I've been slowly ripping apart old sets. Go like that. Okay, just note that right there. And this piece goes, does it go in there like that? Like that, I guess? I guess it does. All right, put that over there. And let's see here. Was that only one Technic pin? Okay, it's two. This step here on step 33, you just need one. And that just sits in there. Not sure what we're doing yet. I mean, I have no clue what we are doing. But I can tell you, though, this much. It's going to go in here. Alright, so it sits in here like this. Well, what was the point of this for? It just sits in there? Okay. So far, is the build now is starting to get kind of, you know, I don't know, it's just, I'm kind of starting to lose interest in this. Yeah, you just cover that up. So it looks like this is just some random hodgepodge of parts. I'm hoping this turns out pretty well. But this is a 3-in-1, so I'm assuming the other pieces are going to be used for other decorations and stuff. All right. Oh, wait, I gotta be careful not to sing. Whoops. Somebody might Construe that as me copying a record company. I had to be careful. Alright. Not sure what the age range of this set is. I got the box right here. 9+. I mean, unless a child is really interested in dinosaurs. Me, I'm not really interested, so like I said, we're going to give it a whirl. But I can tell you this much. The build quality is really good. I haven't had anything fall off. Everything, the instructions are easy to follow. This is more written for like adults, but we're going to see how well we can get this going here. And then yeah, I wish I can play some music. I know I say it a lot in here, but sometimes hearing the CPU fan does get kind of boring, and probably a record company out there watching this now going, well, Jay, please play some music so we can copyright strike you and claim your video. Oh, that's why I'm not doing it. Well, there's a hole in there. I'm not sure what that does. Oh, wait a minute, that's right. This whole thing rotates. So that piece there actually does do something. Okay. So we can really see my fingerprints all over this. Alright, we got to build some mirrors of something here. So this one closer to me is for this side here. And yeah, imagine millions of years ago there was dinosaurs out here. And not anymore. Maybe it's all for the best. There we go. So we are on this side here. Alright. And then let's see here. Okay. I gotta build a mirror or something. Okay, so here we go. And this is what I'm saying here. Just build mirrors. Don't be scared. You could practice on sets like this. Just keep tabs of your parts. You should be fine. Now, if you don't want to do this, you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to do what I'm doing here. Just for brevitivity of the video, I want to compact it down. So it's like a speed build, but just making mirrors here. Alright, so that's what we're doing there. I remember when I was doing teaching years ago, always students would say, why is it when you solve problems, it takes forever in the classroom and not when you're doing the homework? And I'm like, well, because I have to show you every step of what we're doing here. And in a classroom, you don't have to worry about that. Or when you do the homework, you're just doing it to learn and get it done on your own. There's no instruction. Yeah, these are good parts for terrain. What a waste, huh? Alright, they show there's a tile like this. I forgot to fill that in. I was looking at that kind of confused, and I guess if Lego can do that, I guess I could do that in my building guides too. My fear is losing a piece. It's very critical. I think I've done it in one set, and like I said, when I lose a part, that's me, but when the set's not packed correctly, that's when I kind of get kind of squirmy there. Alright. Oh, wait a minute, I made a mistake. There's actually, and this is very brittle. It's very brittle, so be careful with it. And does that degrade the build quality down? Yes, kind of. Now, I made this mistake, so that's pretty much on me, but this is pretty, this is not really meant for, we don't know, it could be a very durable build. That over there is pretty sturdy. Okay, so now we're here. They show that this thing's tipped like that, so we're going to match the picture here. And stick this right there. Get that mushed down, I'll show you here. So let's line up with this right here. Probably about a half a brick thickness there, or half a stud. And then now we can put this one on this side right here. And yeah, this is pretty robust. I'd say that what we built was the torso. This is probably going to be the neck and skin. Right, hold on. Oh, that's right. We did a mirror. That's why. See, that's what the other one looks like when we put it there. Well, I forgot to put these in here. We have a bunch of those little slopes, though. Did I miss something? Okay, I did. You know what? I forgot to put these in here. Well, we'll do that right now. Oh, when you get to stuff like this and you mess up and you notice you have extra pieces, you should have maybe one of each. But when you have it like what I did, where you have a bunch of extras, just go back, do backtracking in the book, see what you missed, and then just put it in. It's, not the end of the world there, and I think that's it for bag 2. And yes, that's what we have remaining. Alright, now we're going to start with bag 3. It's a small bag, but it's pretty full. And I'm going to be honest with you, if you're looking for a very bright, cheerful, colorful set, this is not it. So, you've been forewarned there. But if you're into dinosaurs, yeah, there you go. Okay, is it keeping my interest? I'm going to say the retention on this set for me personally is just average. Alright. Let's start sorting out parts now. Why? Because I'm getting confused. There we go. No, we want the other one. I hate when the pieces get stuck in there. Now, let me go find some hemostats. Oh, wait a minute, there we go. I gotta keep those in my tools here. Okay, and then these go here. And I'm looking for a 2x2 plate. It should go even with that. No, it doesn't. It's right there. Okay. Now I'm assuming both sides are the same on this, so I'm going to go ahead and start preparing it now. I have a feeling this is probably the tail. Whoops, you put it in the wrong place, and what does it want to do? Fall apart on you. So we're just going to prepare it. Yeah, this thing's starting to crumble apart, guys and gals, so be very careful. So now the build's starting to get pretty questionable here. Alright. Alright, and then after that, we start putting tiles on this puppy. Yeah, I mean, the colors are kind of more or less turning me off here. Just they're not really. I'm starting to lose a little interest in here. The only thing at this point I'm just doing is building it to get it done. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I did a set that, see, it's falling apart. So I'm going to start dropping it down a score because this is really just kind of, it's falling apart. And now if I was a 9-year-old, I probably would get frustrated with this because it's, you know, I mean, somebody's interested in dinosaurs, yeah, but no, this is just kind of flaking apart. There we go. Let me survive that. I can hear a few of you probably will just comment saying, Jay, I just don't like that set. I don't like the colors of it. Well, you're not the only one. Yeah, that's facing the right way. We do the same on the other side, so we skip all that. Okay. Okay, and the plate here. That goes down here. Okay, right there. Right where the ball's at. There we go. Imagine though, millions of years ago, there were dinosaurs just traipsing around where the Lego room's at today, where the workshop is. Okay, I'm afraid this is going to fall apart. So I'm going to hold it like this. And I'm just going to hold this like that. Just manhandle that and stick that in there. Don't try to push it from. I'm afraid that will fall off. So there you go. Oh, we've got to put the pieces on top. That's probably why. Oh, whoopsie, my bad. Well, we're going to do it real quick anyways. So, if he's happy, he'll wag his tail at you. Alright. So it seems like bag 3 does the tail. Oops, that don't go like that. When I write up my own building guides, I try not to have the guides always rotating around so much because it gets confusing. So I try to prevent that and making my own stuff. Now, if you're writing up your own building guides, you can write them any way you want, but always think of the user in mind. Unless you're writing up building guides for yourself. Here's a little fun little tidbit about me. When I was writing up the building guides, they were only really meant for myself. So they didn't really make any sense. But when I was getting more requests for selling building guides, yeah. Okay. can do the other side too. Well, if you need 1x1 flat tiles, there's a bunch of them in here, as well as some 1x2s in earth green. Somebody going to buy this set strictly for parts? I really don't know. Well, oh, there it is over there in that pile. For me, I don't know. Okay. All right. And it's a little warm in here. I'm kind of already tired of the heat. Earlier I blasted out the coils in the attic, put this little spray foam on there to clean them, and it smells like it's a brand new house now when I'm running the air. Alright, so I'm going to hold it like this and just, there we go. Pretty flexible. Yeah. So I think that so bag 3 just does the tail. Alright. I do get some comments though. How some of my viewers get stuck on certain parts of the build. I do too. You know, that's just how it is building this stuff. Sometimes you can't see it one way, you have to get a different perspective. We smooth tiled everything off and we don't have anything for the back of that, and that's it for bag 3. And that bag 3 just did the tail with no parts remaining. Alright, now we're going to begin with bag 4, and it looks like we're building a hind quarter. Or it could be a front paw, we don't know yet. Well, I won't know because the page closed on me. So I'm just kind of curious here. Is this just one leg in the bag, or is there 2? And it looks like it's just one leg. Maybe mirrors? You know, for sake of discussion, we're just going to build bag 4 first. Let's keep it indexed with bags. How about that? Alright. We don't need that for a while. I have a feeling this is going to be a very big build. I probably won't even need a turntable for this one. As far as for going up close, you know, animal figures don't do very well on this channel, or on my main channel, so I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on it. I don't know if they're mirrors or what, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it like this anyways. Kind of breeze through this real quick. Okay. I'm going to need that, but not right now. Okay. Okay, flip it over like that. And okay. I'm gonna see what we're putting in here. Okay, I see what we're doing now. I wish they would put highlights in here, but we know they won't. Okay, flip it back over again. that. So I'm not sure what leg this is, but I'll index it correctly. Well, you can just see the index and you'll know what it is. Right now I don't know what it is because, well, I'm still building the set. Wait. Alright, I made a mistake. This is actually supposed to go here. Put that right there. Yeah, this is, honestly, these colors are starting to get a bit, I'm starting to lose interest. It's just, not my build. I know somebody's going to say, well, Jay, you should enjoy the build. I mean, it's not a bad build. It's not really my thing. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm getting confused to start pulling parts out. I'm looking for something that's dark gray. So what I think it is. Oh, there it is. Would have been easier, Lego, if we shoved this piece in first. Okay, like that. And then shove that right there. Okay. I know I don't have any of these pieces in this color, so that's kind of cool to see. Yeah, there was a set that I reviewed that I practically failed because it was missing part. It was missing one piece, but the main thing is that the set was packed so poorly, a lot of the parts came in scuffed and scratched. And I'm very stern on the grading on those. It's like that could have been prevented. Where a set like this is obviously not my thing, but it's passing. Right now I think I'm probably going to say it's probably a 9.5. Just do a little bit of the build quality. Other than that, it's not terribly bad. Just trying to pick this stuff up here. Alright. Got to thinking though, I don't want to censor anything out, but I may want to start, when I do this parts layout, I may just do the parts layout off camera. Alright, I'm still looking for those slope pieces. I have not found them yet. Oh, there's one. And I got the green tile. Make sure the manual's not hiding it or anything. And oh, there's the other one right there. Okay. No, we don't need that. All right. You know, I have a big thing just full of friction pins in my collection. I was like, I rarely, if ever, use these, and there they were. Goes like that. Alright. That's what it looks like on the bottom. Now, if you think we were done with that yet, no, 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 we are not done. Okay. And then I gotta put the blood inside and the meat. Yeah, I already missed building tutorials already. Yeah, they're harder to do than just copying the building guide. But then again, you know, I want to use my imagination. So it looks like that plugs into there, like this. Now just wiggle it in. It's starting to come apart, that's fine. Just wiggle it in place. So this must do something down here. That's what it looks like on the bottom, and that's what it looks like on the top. Alright. And then this, oh, it goes like this. Okay, I was like, how does that go on there? Yeah, it looks like a drum. So this is obviously a hind quarter. I'm going to lock it in with these round plates. Pretty durable. So far, I am just, this, like I said, this is not something I would go out in the store and buy personally. But honestly, though, the build quality is there. It's spot on this set. I mean, some of this stuff, until you put it on the main build, haven't had any problems. So this is probably not only meant to just sit on a shelf and look good, it's also meant to be played with. So this is not something I'm going to say is bad. This is pretty good. Alright, put one of those like that on the back side, and it looks like we flip it back over and this just sits in like that. Okay, always look at it dry, but if you're not sure, this shows it like this. My mind can't lock in on that. And I'm just seeing if I got that in the right place. Yes, it is. So we would never have known unless we fast forward to here. They should have shown what this looked like all the way down. I mean, I just wanted to make sure. So it looks like that. Because you wouldn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, now we got to build the claw. Well, I got to safely say, though, at least this is not a space set. Some of you like the space, that's cool. But for me personally, I'm not a fan of space. And then you got to put that in there again. Let me just kind of wiggle that in there. You're going to have a lot of muscle to put these bearings in here. So you got to smush it all together. Just make sure you're not pressing that down on your good table. Yeah, I'm thinking about this tutorial and how I want to film it. Matter of fact, I think it would work more for Christmas than anything. Yeah, it was going to be Mother's Day soon. I gotta figure what I want to get my mom. He's the type that doesn't really want anything. I'm like, well, you better tell me what you really want, because, you know, that's how it is. And then these, oh wait a minute, hold on. We were building this, okay, this goes here. Okay. And then these, we've got to put these last pieces on here. So these are the claw parts, I guess. Now I like these type of bricks here, I'll show you here. With the stud on the side like that. I just wish they weren't rounded in the back. I understand why Lego did that, but... And the reason why they use the round bricks, so you can rotate these around. So just kind of go until they stop. So it looks like that. And after we're done with that, we're going to lock all that together here. Alright. See? It's pretty good. And then put that in there. I have a feeling we got to put the claws on now, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Just make sure they're facing down. Yeah, is there any good pieces out of this set? Maybe the earth green and maybe the olive green, and the bricks and plates with bows and wedges and stuff, but really a lot of the stuff I really won't be able to use for anything else. And then this goes here, like that. Okay. And yeah, you'll have to hear the clickiness too, even the ears here to visit us. See that? Making sure you can see that. And yes, so this is actually, what is that, the left hind quarter? I'll put that in there, like that. Okay. And I mean, it's got some joints in it. So yeah, this is meant to be flexible. This is going to be huge, so I'll have to back the camera up. So bag 4 does the left hind quarter, and that's what we have remaining. Alright, so now I'm assuming bag 5 is the right hind quarter, so let's get going on it. Slide that contraption out of the way. I probably would have done 4 and 5 together, but just for sake of discussion, I'm just going to separate them. Okay. Okay. Here we go. That's what we're doing there. All right. And so far it looks like it's almost the same here. Let's start setting parts out. I could just look at that one now, and then I know how to put it back. Now I know how to put it together. Okay. Okay, we need to find a couple of those 2x2 plates. Now, if you notice, I'm just pulling things out right now. You know, just setting them in color and size. It's better to do it this way, and then we can just keep going. And then once I find the parts, then I can set them in there. Because every time you pull it and put it on part of the build, it's one less set of pieces we have to go through. That's why I'm setting them all there. Is this a modular build? I would say so far yes. So I'm going to say that this is possibly a collaborative build. Oh, 1x5 plates. Those are cool. Well, oh, you know what? This is a different leg, because we didn't use a 1x5 in the last one. Because I'll show you. There are mirrors like that. We didn't use that there. So, yeah, so these are indeed different. See, if I were to do that, I would have been stumped. So right now I'm trying to pull out, I'm looking for that slope piece, not this one though, but the other one. And yeah, we're getting close here to, maybe we'll find it once we sort everything out here. That goes fast, trust me, it'll go fast once we get all these nonsense parts all sorted here. I'm just looking for that slope piece, and I haven't seen it yet. We got a lot of, well, we got a lot of parts, but not a lot of colors that really stand out. Okay, that, well, let me get that. I don't know where that rolled off to, but we know it exists. This piece is already becoming a pain right now. That little guy there. I have a bunch of these. I may not have them in that color. There we go. Put that over there. Trying to keep the workbench all cleaned off here. See, now I'm starting to pick up some other pieces, so now I can kind of move some other parts around here. All right. Lego, did we forget to rotate this around? So I was kind of confused here, like where does these parts go? And it's right there. They forgot to rotate. So we're going to rotate around and do that ourselves then. And I caught that, but somebody like myself, if I'm not really paying attention, I would, or somebody who's putting this together, they probably wouldn't know when we flip it back. That's kind of bad. All right. Hold on. Oh, it's supposed to be hollow in there. It's like, isn't there supposed to be a piece that goes in there? But no, that's how they want it. Rotate it like that. Yeah, this is something even I have to think on, because even I'm kind of scratching my head here a few times going, what's all going in here? See, we're working right here. There's a lot of pieces going on in this right now. Woo, where are you going? That we have to really pay attention to. The first leg was real easy. I think the second one would be just as easy. No, it's a little tougher than I thought it would be. And I'm putting the claw things on. Make sure I'm holding that right. But it does take an artist, somebody with a really good imagination to build stuff like this just in Lego form. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it backwards. All right. Yeah, this is not really. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm losing interest in this build. At least I'm not lying to you. You deserve better than me lying. Some people want me to lie. I don't get it, but yeah. All right, and then we have to find some of these bricks with bow. Okay, remember we built one of these before. Okay, like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this all in one sitting, or one video actually. I don't know if I could do it in exactly one sitting, but one video will suffice, and I think we can, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm looking for that earth green tile. Where did that go? I mean, I got a box of those, but oh, there it is. I was hoping, I was like, please don't get lost. Who wants to go down and get me a big, giant, greasy burger? Or some donuts would be better. Who wants to go down and get me some maple bars and some sugar donuts? Those are always yummy to eat. Remember that when we used to go on vacations. Remember Mom would go to the local bakery and get some donuts before we head out of town. That was always good. You knew it really was going to be a good day. And yeah. I miss those days. Sometimes I go out and get some donuts, but it's not the same anymore. When I go buy donuts, it's usually followed by something with work. Okay, that's that. Donuts, you know, I'm not much of a... They have the chocolate bar donuts, which I don't really care much for chocolate. I'm not a chocolate person. I used to be when I was younger, but now I don't... Like, I'll eat a candy bar, but that's as far as I can go. Okay. And we got to join these two pieces together. I forgot to put the 1x2s on the top. Whoops, my bad. And the 2x2. Yeah, my nephew's got prom this weekend. I wonder how that's going to go. Well, I won't be able to tell you anything about that until after that point. Well, this video will be released after that, but yeah. Alright, now we can lock all that together. And we got one more bag after this one, so I don't know how they're going to fit everything in there. But at least the legs are unique, so they're not just some, you know, clone thing. But I don't know, it's just... There we go. Remember we did one of these before. I've seen these in a few of the botanical sets. So yeah, the round plate goes in that hole there. now we gotta build the claws. So it's the same thing pretty much, just a mirror. I'm assuming it's just probably a mirror. What other stuff did we used to do here? But anyways, though, about the Lego stuff, I think you guys and gals are going to be happy with that. Also, my tutorials are going to be ranked more accordingly for easy, normal, or hard builds. And I mean, I show you how to put stuff together, so majority of this stuff is easy. But see how some of these I have to fight? That's what I'm kind of, what I'm trying to do there. Just trying to get that in there, like that. All right. So yeah, doing the tour on this is just going to be a 360 spin. I'm not gonna do close-ups on it. I could do a B-roll footage. I've been kind of toying on the idea of learning how to do that, but okay. I gotta make one of these. It's just like that other one we built. But reviews are not really my specialty. I got in this program strictly for to get our community recognized by Lego, but they weren't interested in the group. They were interested in me. Kind of sad, but well, Lego, I'm really surprised you have not made a 1x2 rounded brick yet. Like this. It'd be pretty awesome if you did. Okay. Oh, we forgot that. My bad. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of any other projects that I can build. I'm already starting on next year's goodies now, so I think you guys and gals will like them, what's coming up. And just to start coming in and building the tutorials usually will take some time. Okay. That's what we have there, and it goes right here. Remember, I'm going to hold it, make sure it's facing the right way, and just dry fitting it. I'm not pushing down yet. I'm not going to do that. Now I'm going to hold on it like this, and I'm just going to suck that in there real quick. And yeah, you're going to have to force it down. And you know what, I forgot to put on there the claws once again. Well, we'll do that right now. Matter of fact, it was easier without the claws on there. You have a bunch of parts here left. Oh, there's something else. What is it, a hand next or something? Like one of those little, the front claws? We don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't looked. There we go. And yeah, it looks pretty good. We're going to attach it there, and we got the ear again from the manual telling us to listen. So here we go. Stick that on there, make sure it's facing the right way. Here we go. I'm going to press right there. It might be safer, or we'll just do it like this. Okay. All right. Kind of set him down here. Well, he doesn't really set down very well, huh? Kind of. Well, he can sit on. Well, that's it. We'll leave him laying down. We're not done yet here. It shows that he could stand up. But I don't know. I can't get mine to stand up, though. Let's see here. Yeah. Tail's actually weighing it down. And looks like we're doing a front claw. So I guess the bag just does the other. You know what? Is there two of these? Okay, they're mirrors. We're going to do it real quick here. Okay. And basically that's what I'm going to do there. Alrighty. Hey, so far so good. Goes on the long shaft there. Okay. And we're going to have to make a set of claws. Oh, once you get those in there, I guess you can't rotate them as easy. So I'm going to try to pre-rotate everything now like that. Let's make a bunch of these. I've got to make 4 in total. Yeah, it'd be nice to get this one done today, and then I can start doing another group of set reviews. I mean groups, guys and gals. I have literally groups of this. Oh. Uh-oh. We're missing a part. Alright. Well, it may only need one. We don't know. But if we're missing one, I have a couple of these. I'll have to check and be sure. Oh, it's hiding under the brick separator. The brick separator was trying to hope that I blame Lego for that mistake. Okay. And now that's what these look like. Okay, now we can. So bag 5 does the right hind quarter and the front paws or claws. Alright, so okay, got him to, no, he's getting close. Look at that, he's almost going to stand up. Of course, you could just weigh the tail down too. Well, no, the tail is just making this thing kind of difficult. Yeah, we can do it like that. And then that's it. You really can't see it, but it looks like that thing from Toy Story. Too bad. And we didn't have any parts remaining for bag 5. Alright, so here we have bag 6. And what I'm going to do here real quick, I'm going to back this up, because I have a feeling we are going to have to mount the head on that real quick. So that's what it looks like so far. And yeah, I wonder how bad the head's going to look. Yeah, so I'm not really... This set I'm just having a hard time engaging in. Let's push these legs back. Now I can get them to stand up straight. You know what? I may put that on a turntable. Not right now, though. Alright. Oh, this one's got 2 smaller bags now. We got to be extra careful. Okay, so we already did the claws, and that's it right there. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this up because I want to go do something fun. Well, Jay, isn't that fun? I'm going to be honest with you. No, I'm not. I'm kind of bored with this already. It's the colors are just kind of making this not so cool. And a lot of these parts in here is stuff that I really can't use for my style of builds. I don't know, it's just maybe terrain. I can think of probably that's the only thing I can think of using these for. I did read a comment on an Instagram post. Somebody had said, "What do the land members do with all this free Lego?" Well, I don't call it free because I got to do paperwork that takes my personal time to do. And two, what do I do with most of it? Not a whole lot. Ooh, these have got black heart plates in there. Honestly, I don't really do a whole lot with this stuff because most of these pieces that I get I can't use them for anything practical. Oh, that piece comes in earth green. Cool. I don't know what I'd use it for, but I'll have to come up with something. Well, we already know this is part of a jaw. I don't know what part. It's obviously got to be the top portion of the skull. So what I'm going to do when I get done with this, I'm just going to do the final review, and then just be done with it. Okay. Obviously it goes here. So I got to find the other one that goes on this side here. There we go. There's always been some debate, though, you know, since I've joined the ambassadors thing, you know, some think that this is all I do for a living. I have to kindly correct them, like, no, not really. Somebody did post another comment about what's the point of doing picture reviews? Well, let's say, let me get a prop here like this, and I review this, what I see here. That's an impressions type thing. You know, when I look at something like that, it may not even be something I'm interested in, I don't know, but to do picture reviews, I never understood those ever. Ooh, these come with the round tiles. This one's got, what, 2 at least? Make good for sandwiches. Minifigure size sandwiches. But then there was another reply to that. Some land members are, you know, I guess saying that their fingers are hurting too much from all the parts. That's when you got to slow down. Pace yourself. You know, my limit is to do 1 a day, at least. If it's something multiple, I will slow it down a bit more. But like right now, for example, just 1 a day. Now I'm getting more stuff in, so I can't just do that for too long. But what I'm going to do is just pace myself. And if LEGO sends them to me late, that's their problem, not mine. That's a me problem, not me, but me, them, me. You know, that type of thing. But if they send it early, well, you know, do I have to, and it all boils down to, do I have to accept an offer? No, but sometimes I'll forget, like, oh, I'm not interested in, it's like the space sets, I wasn't quite interested in them, and I forgot to, you know, you think if you don't reply to the email, they're not going to send anything. No, they still send it to you. So you have to really just say, you have to contact them. No, don't send that. And that's how it works. It's not how I would run it, but yeah. That might be the bottom portion of the jaw. Yeah, a lot of these parts in here are kind of bland. And when I opened up the carton, I looked at it and I thought, I'm really not in the mood to do that one. But it's, you know, sometimes I'll get some sets and they're part of a package deal. I can't just pick the ones that I want. If they say you're getting a lot of creator sets, for example, and let's say there's a lot of 10, and I'm interested in just like 3 sets, you think Lego would literally do that? No, they don't do that. They'll send it, all of them, to you, regardless of what you want. And that's where it gets kind of weird. So let's say I just wasn't a fan of the space sets. Well, I'm stuck with them just because there's 1 or 2 that I wanted. You know, if it would save them money. And it's all about advertisement. That's all it is. Matter of fact, there's some people that I know that charge like $1,000 to have an advertisement placed in a video. I remember one time I had a company contact me, wanted me to advertise their software. They wanted me to pay for the software, to buy it, and review it. Making sure I did that right. Okay, that goes right here. Well, we already know it's some kind of a jaw. But they wanted me to pay for it, and I said, wait. And I contacted them back, which it was an offer that I wasn't really going to even accept anyways. I said, wait, you want me to pay you to advertise your product? I don't think so. Don't bother me again. They haven't. And it was a software that I used, right? Something I actively used. Now, if somebody does that, I charge them a premium. Okay. Somebody had asked me, can I advertise one of their, I think it was a Bricklink store, I can't remember, that wanted me to advertise in one of my tutorials. I'm like, yeah, sure. It's a tutorial video, so I quoted them about $6,000 because it was actually a vehicle tutorial. And they declined it. I thought, well, okay. Because I'd have to reshoot the intro again. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do that. Sounds like I'm greedy, but I'm not going to accept offers like that. Well, Jay, come on, give it to us for free. Yeah, when the electric company gives me electricity for free, then we'll talk. And yeah, that's just how it is. But that one company wanted me to review their software for free. I'm assuming that it's the same on this side here. Okay, now I can tell this is probably the top jaw. This thing's already trying to nibble on my hand already. Could be wrong though. Alright, so what I'm gathering is this is probably a mirror here. But I remember that one company wanted me to, oh, we want you to go on here and buy our software and then review it for us. I should have said, oh sure, I'll do it. Here's the fees for the videos, and if I have to buy the product and review it, it's going to be very pricey. Let's see what they do. Nobody wants to have advertisements, so yeah. This goes here like that. So this is going to look ugly when it's done, but well, we got to have something that's laughable. Oh, this didn't go in the right place. Okay. But I know some have said, Jay, you just sound bored doing these. Yeah, it gets to you after a while. Yeah, I was watching the news tonight, and it's all these. What's with all the protests in college for these college campuses? Like when I was in college, I just wanted to study, get my grades or marks, and get out of there, graduate. Some of these guys, they're just, I don't know. Yeah, you can tell. Did I put that on backwards? Oh yes, I did. That's supposed to go there. We don't have eyes yet. Unless that's the eyes. Beady eyes, like a doll's eye. From Jaws. And that captain was given that speech. I think they're making a Jaws set. I don't know. I saw it on the on Kuso or Lego Ideas or something like that. Okay, we just started the other side here. We'll skip that there. And okay, gotta stick this in the eyeballs. I don't know if it goes in all the way. Doesn't really tell us. It doesn't show us what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it's supposed to go in there. So this rod here, it slides all the way in. That's actually the eyes. Okay. All right. Now this thing's going to have a hard time clamping down on its victim without the bottom jaw. What is it going to do? Is it going to go like this? I don't know. Just going to smile at you. And yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of working on this. There was a set that I did. It was just the review was really bad. I gave it a failing grade, but the build was entertaining. So not all sets that I get are positive influences or positive reviews. Like this one here is something I'm not interested in, and I'm going to say probably about a 9 to 9.5. Haven't tested durability yet or anything like that. And usually I do reviews or ad lib when we get to that point. Okay. Really want to get this ugly thing out of here. I can easily use some 3x3 tiles. Alright, so there it is. I don't know what that is. Is that thing that comes up in the ground from enemy mine? What's his name? Was him and that Drac were, that's what they called him. We're living in those shelters. The thing that would come out, it looked like a snake or something, would just grab on you and strangle you. I think that's what that is. Yeah, my imagination, but you know, hey, sometimes I'll see some, that's what it looks like to me. I'm really surprised Lego has not made brick tiles. So they're just a brick, but they're flat tile, no stud on the top. This thing's kind of just loose. Okay, we're just about there. Well, not really. This thing's starting to crumble apart. Not much holding this on here, so just be very careful because this thing wants to move around and turn. You know what? These studs don't quite line up. Am I missing something here? Oh, there is something that's... This is supposed to go down here. That's why it's like... It kept falling apart. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? It's just, it shouldn't do that. Well, now we know why. This thing's got hearts in it too, so it must really love you. I can think of a few of my viewers right now commenting, going, "Oh, I'm gonna pass on that one." I remember we did the red fox. That was a little bit more exciting than this one here. Oh, the round cookies. The vanilla wafers go down there. But those little cheap, I think, EL Fudge vanilla wafer cookies, those are always good. I like those. Alright. We're still working on this. Yeah, I'm going to get this done here if it kills me tonight. Or today, whatever time it is. I gotta get to doing some work stuff now, but I want to get this out of here. Alright. And then now we got to attach the pieces together. So goes right in there like that. So yeah. Not too bad, just ow, bite my hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Alright. And now the head gets attached onto that. Okay. And let me take a look at something here. Well, that stud's just left open in the back. And then I'm going to hold, okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to hold it like this. And just grab it like this. Snap it on there. Now he's looking up at the sky. But that's just, oh no, I could tip his head down a bit more. There we go. That's what it looks like right there. Big giant lizard. Okay. Now we got to do a little sub build here. Some kind of weird plant thing. I don't know what this is. This would have just been fine as is, but no, we're doing something a little weird here. Maybe it's a plate full of bones or something. We have no, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And we got, these were good for making more cold biomes, like if you're making some spruce trees. The sand green looks really good for that. Okay. Alright. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, I'm just kind of getting burned out of this set real quick. I don't know what this is, to be honest. Maybe it's a dinosaur patty. Pile of poop maybe. I don't know what that is. Some kind of weird plant. You got me. Or it could be some kind of a vegetable. I think this guy here is probably a vegetarian. Ooh, I don't want that rolling off. It's like little propane tanks. Or balloons. Am I missing something here? Maybe it just sits in there. It shows it kind of crooked, so I'm assuming one of these just sits in here like this. The other one's just crooked, like that. It just sits in there. Oh, wait a minute, those are eggs. I think that's what those are. And that's what it is. It's crooked there. I think that's eggs, and I guess we're done here. And this is what we have remaining. It's like it's one of each. Not too bad. And let's see here. All right, let me go put these parts up real quick, and then we're going to start setting up. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of examine stuff. Let's make sure. Yeah, even the color palette is not really that exciting. The only thing that sticks out is the brick separator. And yeah. And do I need to put it on a turntable? Because, yeah, let me put them on a turntable. I got another set review that I just got done on a turntable, so let me kind of extract this one here real quick. And trying to find a place to put it. It's a set that I thought would be a really good one to build, except, well, it was just not what I expected. It looked good on the box. The build wasn't too bad. I wish that egg was fixed in there. Let me just leave that down there. And for the most part, this thing's just meant to be a shelf queen, nothing more. Okay. So, looks like he's right in the center, except it doesn't do you the viewer any good because you can't see what it is. Now, What I'm going to do is I'm going to bump the camera a little closer here. And the reason being is because I don't want to do a close-up shot. So let's see here. All right. Sorry I have to bump the camera around. Not too bad. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here, well, the head rotates too, is I'll do the photography later on today. I'm going to go ahead and start the review. And essentially, that's what it is. Let me see, let's get the brightness turned up on that a bit more. Do we need it up that high? Not really. It's the colors that are really kind of dark on this guy, so I'm at 50%. Alright, so what I'm going to do is focus this in, and then we're going to start the review. Here is the T-Rex, or Tyrannosaurus Rex, all assembled, and it's a very interesting creature and an interesting build. Here, looks like we have a set of eggs and a little nest. I think that's what those are. And there's the T-Rex. Now, all the joints do move, like his legs move, and he can kick a football if he chooses, or he can grab things. His claws move independently. And for the most part, it's a very flexible creature, and he can bite the hand that feeds you, or feeds him, you know, jaw opens up. He can rotate his head upside down if he chooses, you know, or reach up and get those leaves out of those trees. We're not sure yet, but a lot of detail, especially with the head. It does look like a dinosaur, and this is the same thing on the other side here. And here's the tail, and this does move as well. Now I use the tail as a weight because sometimes it'll tip over, and it seems like this doesn't stay up, but you know, I guess it can. But use that to really secure him down. And for the most part, it's olive green, earth green, and some brick yellow and gray and stuff. So it's very muted colors, and there's really not a whole lot to him. Well, we're going to jump right on the review with build quality. And what it looks like, it looks fragile, but this thing is very strong. I didn't have anything fall off while I was constructing the set, which is really good. And for the most part, is it a playable creature? I mean, it's sturdy, but I don't know, I wouldn't trust it too much, but it looks like it's pretty sound for play. Now, build experience is a different issue. For me, when the build first started out, it felt average. Trying to get his foot here fixed, there we go. But then I started getting bored of the set, and I think it's the colors. The colors are very muted in this one. They're very dark. So if you're looking for a very bright, colorful build, you may want to look somewhere else. But for me, this set just didn't catch my interest. For play value, you know, there is some play value, but not a whole lot. If you're looking for something to drop in your Lego city, possibly this could be used as a statue. You know, have your minifigures posed by him. And it would be pretty cool with that. But as far as for really actual playability in a city, no. Unless you want to have it attack your skyscrapers and knock things down, or pick up cars. I'm sure it probably could do that. And eat minifigures. I don't think I have one close by. But nonetheless, it is a nice brick-built animal. As far as for collaborative build, well, bags 1 and 2 did the torso and the adjustable neck. Bag 3 did the tail. Bag 4 did, I believe it was the left hind quarter. Bag 5 did the other hind quarter and the 2 front paws, and then bag 6 did the head and the eggs. But everything kind of attaches to the torso and neck, so if whoever's doing the building, you may want to have this part here done first. But for the most part, it could be divided up to 6 people. Everybody can just take a bag. But I see that this is a really good set for that. So if you got a family that likes building dinosaur builds, there you go. Now for my final score, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I just could not get into the build, but for the most part it is strong, it's playable. There is a brick separator that comes with the build, and there is printed building guides. So if you're really into dinosaurs, this is a really good gold mine for the build. But if you're like me and you're into city builds, yeah, you may want to look somewhere else. But nonetheless, it is a nice display piece, but nothing more. Tell me what you think.